Hello, everybody. My name is Adrian Barajas. Today I'm going to be talking about environmental racism. First of all, environmental racism refers to industries and capitalism depleting the land and resources from minority groups, leaving them to suffer and deal with the damages that have been caused to the environment. Today I'm here with,
Hi, my name is Donna Castañeda.
she is a Maywood resident and she's often experiencing environmental racism as she is constantly having to deal with the pollution that is coming from these factories that are built around her and her fellow family members. Uh, let's dive in right into the demographics of the area just so we can get a feel for what it's like living around this area. Thank you. So, when it comes to the demographic of our area, we're looking at Bell, Cudahy, Maywood, and Huntington Park. Those communities happen to be predominantly Latino. I would say roughly 96% of the community as of 2020 happens to be Latino population. Which is funny when you look around in the area, it's very compact. And that's not to say that it's based on the culture of Latino community for to happen to be very compact with their families, getting along. It's just the community. However, it's the structure that the cities have been built on that creates this issue. I mean, when you look at the environment that's been currently being forced upon them, there's not a lot of greenery in the area. The neighborhoods, there's not a lot of trees, nor is there a lot of care for the environment around them. This is when you think about the area, what do you think about when it comes to the greenery?
It's very either non-existent, fake, or forced. There's not a lot of free range for like any nice greenery to be here. It's either been stripped by pavement or very very compact housing, or it's forced to be fake. So we have fake grass, fake trees, just so we get some semblance of like a nice greenery area here. It's not allowed to be like how nature is, which is free roaming, free everywhere.
Even parks, there was not a lot of parks for kids to enjoy. I mean, compared to the parks that are seen in white communities. According to Bello and Brem in 2013, in their article, they had stated that white white communities have this environmental privilege where they have access to trees, parks, and all kinds of resources that Latino communities, such as the ones in Bell, Maywood, are not able to experience at all. So going back to environmental racism, the issue at hand is that these factories are limiting the amount of greens at hand. That's why when it comes to Latino communities, they're often suffering from the lack of trees and lack of parks that are nearby because these industries are taking up land and resources from the ability to grow and nurture in the environment. Uh, these industries are constantly being forced upon Latino communities because of the lack of fight that they would provide against the consumption of these resources, as well as the fact that the resources at hand are very cheap, nor are they providing jobs for the community as well as providing to the economy that is growing within the city as well. So when it comes to these industries, what is the issue at hand that you had growing up?
Well, where we lived, it was very surrounded by factories, so there wasn't a lot of um, room for the kids to like play around, and there wasn't a lot of area for there to be like a green space, because it was just very factory centered, and it was very condensed with people, so there was not a lot of room for like growth and for people to have like a good amount of like fresh air or like fresh soil that isn't contaminated, and it was a very hard place to grow up, to have like nature around you.
Yeah, so when it comes to environmental racism, she firsthand has experienced that when it comes to the industries taking away resources from her to experience a normal and healthy life. This pollution is causing her family issues, health wise. And when it comes to fighting against this environmental racism that is being inflicted by these industries, them one way to go about them to those that are not interested or interested in joining like environmental justice activism groups would be to at least go to community cleanups. One thing that is offered within these areas, Bell, Cudahy, Huntington Park, and Maywood, is community cleanup areas where you can go around the city and try to contribute your part. However, if you're looking for a more larger scale, but not to the point where you're actively fighting against government, would be going to your local community governments, such as City Hall, and try to protest against these industries, or may as well try to fight against the local community city council and try to promote environmental justice by trying to promote parks or greenery in the area to help produce a better environment for your children to grow up. Thank you.